Hello, hello, hello. Test 1, test 2. Okay, it's okay. The heat plate is almost ready and we can start in like 2 minutes. Oh, hey Saint. Oh, I know, but in here it's like 12:30. You should go to sleep, not me. At least you should like the video, like if you're here already. Okay, so today we are working on a iPhone 7. The battery in this one has like 80% of its capacity. Like at least iPhone shows like 80% or 78. But it's dying quicker even than like there is some problem with the battery. Like it's not only like it's old, but it has some problem and it's like really not much life in it. So now I will use the heat plate. It's set to 80 degrees and it's already hot enough, and I have to heat up the phone. I'll take out the pentalobe screws from the bottom to unlock it, so we don't have to do it on a hot phone. So we will change the battery and we'll put the new seal for waterproofing. There are some shops that they don't do it. Like, not technically, it's like it's not something that you have to do. Like, you will close it anyway, it will work. And even if you do it, like, I wouldn't recommend trying to swim with your phone. iPhone 8, the pentalobe screws are much longer. Okay, so now, or maybe we'll do one more thing. I'll clean up a little bit with like alcohol. I'm using isopropyl alcohol. So I have to let it heat up for a few minutes. Too bad that no one's watching, so there's nothing to talk about much, but the battery that I got, like, it's in Japan, like that's one of the, I think there are two brands that are pretty good that you can get from Amazon. It's iFactory and Elephant Story. And both of them are pretty good batteries. Like, both of the brand are pretty good. And this time, luckily, I bought the battery only as a set, like with the seal and the battery strips to connect the battery. And I didn't get any of the tools that they give because, as you can see, every time they give you tools, like they just like they're mostly useless, and you have just like a lot of like picks, a lot of picks and screwdrivers that you won't use. As I use my set, it's good enough. Or the spudgers, like I have like 20, 30 of them, because many times you cannot buy, at least in retail, you cannot buy a battery without the tools. And this is the tools that I will use for opening the iPhone. And this spudger. Plus I will use some pick, but we'll see how it goes. At least this iPhone, you can open it with like a book, so you don't have to put any box to just it opens like 180 degrees, like, because iPhone X it open only like 90, because if you go more you can damage the cables for the screen and Face ID. Okay, you can try to open it. I'll do it. I have to do it like outside of the no, maybe I can try to do it like this. Okay, let's give it more time for heating up. Because when it gets more hot, it will be much easier to do. This stuff, I have two of them. To be honest, I don't know which one is better. Like the one is easier to remove the suction cups and to change them for a new one, I think. No, both of them are the same. But one of them, it had like a special part. Which one? Oh, I can try it. I think this one is stronger. And the suction cups, like I have like a lot of them too. Like I have like boxes on boxes of stuff. Like this one is not bad, but all of these are the ones that you get for free, and they are really not good. You can work with them, but like if you have something else, then use something else that's better. Come on, heat up nicely. I'll put 120. So I make the temperature higher, like from 80 to 120 degrees for a moment. It heat up pretty quick. So the back side now have like 45, maybe 50 degrees almost, like 40 something, because I can hold my hand on it. So we will wait a little bit longer, because even if it gets really hot, it's 80 degrees is not going to damage it, but it will be easier to open. Then most of the time when you can make a mistake or damage it, uh, let's cross fingers that I won't damage it, but it happens when you don't heat up enough and you just pull too hard. Like, it's better to just, like, if you cannot do it, just heat it up more. Like, when you see the videos how they make it and how other people do it, just videos are made short. Sometimes some of those devices, they need a lot of heat and a lot of prying. Like, you have to get experienced in opening them. And always use like the plastic picks and plastic stuff. Even if you're tempted to use like a razor blade or something, don't do it. It's a bad idea, especially with Apple products. Like, if you know what they're doing, like, be my guest, like, do whatever you want. But if you are inexperienced, like, just use plastic stuff and put more heat. But you have to control the heat. Like, you cannot use like a heat gun, like the construction heat gun, because they put out like 400 degrees, like Celsius, Fahrenheit. I don't know. It will be like 600 or something. I'll have to convert, but they can melt plastic and everything. So don't be careful, really careful with them. Like, hair dryer is pretty good option. It'll work. Or if you are more serious about fixing stuff and you fix more stuff, you just get like a heat plate. I have like Kaisi, Kaisi, and model is K-816. It's a pretty good device. It's really not expensive. I think like I paid for it like less than $50. Okay, now the phone is really hot. Okay. Okay, I think the last one was better than this one. It depends on the. I think it depends on the type of surface. Like, for this surface, this one didn't slip, and the green one slipped. Yep. Yeah. So this one is really good. Okay. Now we can open a little bit. Okay. And now we are opening up to the volume rockers, because if you go higher too hard, you can damage the plastic tabs in here. They lock to the aluminum frame. And now we open the second part. It's pretty easy when it's hot, I have to say that. Okay. And now we'll take the front. Let's try without it's just like this. just try to break the adhesive, because in here we have to cut it a little bit, and yeah, it should be okay. We are yay, finished. So you can see the plastic tabs here, right? They go inside the aluminum frame under it. So if you were to pry it without pulling a little bit down, so now first you have to remove, like cut the adhesive like around the screen, and in here you just have to, like when it's like up a little bit, you have to pull it like few millimeters down, like a little bit, like this much, right? And when you're pulling, you have to like cut the adhesive, the glue, and then we can open it. Okay, let's open it. And ta-da! So to remove the battery, you have to remove this cover and Taptic engine. And I think this is the pressure cover, like for thermobaric sensor, that gives you the information about the local pressure, like of the atmosphere. So we remove first the cover with this, and this one, oh, this cover too, because we have to disconnect the camera and the sensors and the screen and Touch ID. Then after that we remove the Taptic engine, so we can pull out all those 3 tabs. Oh, what is we have those 3 tabs, and those are pull tabs. We could try to remove them this way without remove Taptic engine, and maybe I will do it, because 7 out of 10 times they just break anyway. So I will have to put like use a syringe, and I'm putting the isopropyl alcohol under the battery from this side, and just put like a plastic card like this one, and just to cut the adhesive and take it out, and then we can put the new battery. So that's basically that. And we have to clean the screen from the old adhesive. So basically, if you want to do this, if someone will do it in like 20 minutes, I don't believe that they changed the adhesive, because it takes time to really clean it well and put the new one. You will see how it goes. Like, it should be around 1 hour. I opened it at around 10 minutes, and I'm at like 15 minutes, and I'm at 19. So okay, let's start. We need a screwdriver. We don't need pentalobe, but we will leave it here. Now we need the tri-wing. Which one is it here? Is it 0.6? Too small. That's not very. I really don't like the screws that they put in. Like, if they were like if they were the Torx screws, they are really easy to use, even if they are small. But the tri-wing are really designed to like really annoy you like crazy. Okay, and those screws, we have to make sure that if they are the same length or not, because some of those motherboards, they can have like places where the screws are longer or shorter, and if you will put the wrong long screw in a short hole, very often it's done. Like, you will damage it beyond repair because you will damage the layers of the board. And basically the only one realistic fix at this point would be to find the donor board, and someone would move like basically a lot of ICs, the main chip, because the main chip has the serial number, and the T2 chip and other stuff like. And I'm not even sure if it will work, but I saw like in China they sell the empty boards without the components that you can move. So if you have like the damaged board, you can just move the components that are serialized, like the CPU and a few other, and technically it should work if they will give you a good component. Yeah, so you see you have 3 short screws and 1 long one. And now I was talking and I didn't put much attention to it. Wait a second, I have to check which one I put where. That's the plus of doing the live video. That's why I do it, because I just can go back and okay, I unscrewed this one first and I unscrewed which one second. Okay, so this is second one, short one, and this is the long one. Okay, I think, yeah, okay, so like this, short, long one. And now with those phones it's best to use like a plastic one, like plastic tweezers. This one are really cheap ones, but they should do the trick. Yep, it's a little bit of adhesive, but it's fine. And I have to remember not to put my hand here. If I put my hand here, and some of the screws will get stuck to it, and then I pull it back, and then we have like mission rescue for some kind of magnet, and look for the screws with the magnet on the floor. Okay, so now we'll take the second cover. Like those small screws with the tri-wing, they really make me sound uncomfortable. Like when you put it back in, like make sure you don't screw them like super hard, or basically don't put any glue on it, because like next time if you have to open it, if it's your phone, you'll have like bad time, because none of those screws they have any Loctite or like any glue on them. The only ones that have it are the pentalobe screws, the first ones that we take out to open the device. So those here, the longer ones. And where is the second one? What happened? You see, I've already misplaced one screw. And that's not good. Really not good. We'll find another one. Like those screws I have more, but it should not be like this. Okay, let's focus on taking out the bracket, because sometimes it's enough to just move with the screwdriver and the magnet will pull it, because they are really not heavy and they are magnetic. Okay, yeah. Here, this is the screw that I almost lost. So the good idea is like I think Louis Rossmann from the Rossmann Repair Group, they use normal screwdrivers. They don't use like this one, but they put here like a neodymium magnets, and they're really strong, and then you're not losing screws. I will have to change to that idea. Like I will get the magnets and I will change that. Okay. So this one is done. Now we have to disconnect everything. Okay, screen is disconnected. Oh, and to be honest, like I did a wrong thing. I should disconnect battery first. That's not good. Yeah, so for like a teaching moment, first you disconnect the battery, then you disconnect other stuff. Because on some devices it can cause problem with the filters and some breakers. They can just break, and then you have to fix parts on the board that are size of a dust. I don't think it happened here, but still it's a good thing. First turn off the power, then take out any stuff. So remember, first is the battery, then the other stuff. Okay, I think we will take out the Taptic engine. We will do it the more proper way. I see, and this here is the same. Right? This is short one, long one. Now we can disconnect the Taptic. Yep, disconnected. And take it out. Okay, so now we have space to pull the tabs, and they will be really long, so I'll have to pull this way because I have my IPA box here. And from my experience, like when I tried last time doing it like warm, it's not better. So this time we will try to do it cold. If this will get out, then I will be really happy, because cleaning them and stuff is like and it's more safe because we don't have to fight with the battery, and any fight with the battery is always not good. Just stay as low as possible, don't go fast, and do not let it go. It will slowly go. Yay! We got it. We got one. That's not yet. Not. We don't have to. We don't open champagne yet. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, number 2. And let's go for number 3. What's behind the door number 3? Oh, one important thing. When you do the last one, make sure that you don't pull it like this. You pull it holding your fingers on the battery, because, and make sure it's not connecting, and because it can fly out, and when it fly out, maybe you will hit something and it will damage something, or you will damage something else, or you will cause other problems that you don't need. Okay, it's going. Yay! I'm pretty lucky today. So we got battery out, like without any IPA or anything. That's really good. I'm really happy about it. I almost put it on a heat plate. That's not a good idea. Okay, so we don't have to clean this part. That's really good. Now we have to clean the, I'll put the screen out of the picture now. And now we have to clean the old glue. And one thing that's not very good about my replacement one, because this is a gold iPhone and it has white front glass, like screen, and I have a replacement for a black one. So in here there will be like a black line, but what can you do? It's better than nothing, and this device is not like very expensive. Like the clients wants to do it as cheap as possible. So the way that I'm removing the old adhesive is like this. I found this is the most efficient way. I'm just grabbing on it and turning and letting it slowly get out of the device. If I use alcohol or rubbing stuff, it will just make a mess. And now this way I will take out the most of what I can, and the rest I will use alcohol. Or maybe I will be lucky again and there will be nothing left. Who knows, maybe we'll see. Okay, so from here it's nothing. Now we can clean out the nozzle. It's like a ball of adhesive. I think this adhesive is not so bad. Like I didn't open iPhone 12 or 13, but from what I hear, it's like they're much worse. Some people have to heat them up, not like 80, but 120 degrees. I'm not sure about it, but this is what I hear. That's pretty well. Oh, I broke. That's pretty good. I have to go here. Okay, so this was pretty quick. Sometimes it's not that quick. So this part is finished. We have to put back the Taptic engine and the cover, and even the thing that, okay, we changed this seal, right? But I take out the pressure cover, and when I put it back in, it won't be the same. Like, it won't be the same protection from water, right? Okay, so let's check if the battery is the same size. Okay, it's same. It's maybe a little thicker. Connection is the same. So the battery is the same size. The connections are the same, and it says 7 plus on it. So and the same size of the battery. Like, we didn't get a bigger one or like premium or something, because most of the time they are not. Like, if this battery is the thing that is claiming, so the same as the original one, it's good enough. Okay, where is the... So when you cut open stuff on the battery, like, don't use sharp objects. Like, you don't want to cut the protection surface from the battery. You have to just open the plastic and okay. I'll use the scissors. They packaged it too well. Okay, now we got the battery. Let's see how it fits. Yeah, it fits really good. So the first thing that we will do is we will put back the Taptic engine. Okay, that's back, and that's connected. Always use plastic stuff too when you do it. If you don't have plastic stuff, don't do it. Just either buy it or let someone else do it. Especially with the battery, like, you don't want to cut it, you don't want to puncture it. Like, there are two ways. Just Apple says that, oh, like, changing the battery is a fire hazard, it's dangerous. From my experience, it's not. But there's always but. Many people, they do stuff that they literally have no idea about, and they just don't know what happens when you puncture it. Like, they don't think that it's a problem. So you just have to know that you cannot damage the battery. You cannot puncture it. You cannot slip something and hit it, because it can start a fire. It's not like a really bad fire, or it can be bad, but it's not like super huge problem. So one thing that you can do if you are really worried when that something might bad happen with the battery, it's you can take a bucket, like 5-liter bucket, put like sand, or basically like clean sand inside it, like this much of sand, like I don't know, 5 liter or 1 gallon. And when something starts getting catching fire, just keep the bucket close to your desk and just like put it inside the sand, and just like inside the sand, and just take it outside of the house. That's it. Like that's the basic precaution that you can take to just make sure that, oh, like I won't, like if even if like do something stupid, like I won't, like you will have like the way out, right? And that's pretty important, like to just know stuff like this, like simple thing, bucket with sand, and if the battery starts fire, just like throw it to the sand and take it outside. Oh Jesus. What happened? Okay. Oh, and one thing about the Phillips screw. Phillips screw is the one with the like plus, right? This is the Phillips. And those screws, the PH Phillips, are designed. This is their design. When you are screwing them in with certain power, like it's hard to say now, but when I screw them in and it starts jumping, click click, it means that it's screwed enough. Like they supposed to slip at some torque. They are their design. Like I think the first time when they used it like seriously was the Ford factory or something like that in the United States, and it helped reduce the time needed to assembly some stuff, because they just, when they were using some kind of torque, they were like trained, and they knew that it, when it clicked, it's like okay, it's a enough strong connection. Okay, I did that. Yeah, and I did that again. I put the new battery on the heat plate, but it's not a problem, but you shouldn't do that. It's a little bit warm, so we have to wait. And we have to put the strips on the battery. This one will go like what? Like this. Okay. Too bad that's no one watching. It's a little bit boring, I'd say, like on my part. So now we open the, oh, what, not this way, this way. No, good. I have to slowly open the, yeah, they are broken. I cannot use them. That's not good. have the one for iPhone X. And I guess so, we'll have to use this one. We can use like this. Okay, I have this one. Yay! You cannot use this stuff. Okay, luckily I have one more like emergency one. So I have to put them like this. How far? Like this. Right, so yep. I have to put them like this. Okay, new strips are on. Why? Oh shit. They are not on. Why would you do that? Yeah, you're using this one. We'll cut them out first. Okay, all this. It's good to have like spare ones that you can use. Okay, it will go like this. Okay, the battery is in. There are short tabs on the bottom and top. It'll be pretty easy to take out in the future. Now you have to take the screen and clean off the adhesive from the screen and put the new one. But on the screen it's not much. Mostly the adhesive was left that I took out from the case. And here we have like some only really small stuff. It came out pretty clean. I'm really happy about that. There'll be only one part here I'll clean with alcohol. Well, other than that, it's pretty easy. Last time when I did like iPad mini, it was a lot of cleaning. Like the adhesive didn't want to go off with the plastic pick. It was much more problematic. Okay, so we finished this part. Now we have to put the new adhesive. I'll clean it first and okay, so this one will go, I think, this way. No. Like this. No. Okay, it's this one. One second. have to make sure it's sticking everywhere, so we can take out the plastic, reconnect the screen, and after reconnecting of the screen we will that's done. Now we can make sure his battery is not connected. Like, this is really important at this moment. Now we can reconnect the Touch ID, screen, and camera. All of them, they have like a click to them. Okay, battery is connected. Now I will turn on the device. It's turning on. That's a good sign. The screen is working. There is a Apple logo. And the touch screen. Okay, touch screen is working. We can put the Taptic engine is working too. It's recognizing my touch. So all of the tests done. We can turn off the device. I'm not showing the screen because the picture on the screen is the face of some person. I don't want to show pictures that people, I don't think they would like me to show. So it's okay. Now we have to change to the tri-wing, put the brackets back, okay, we have the bracket back. Oh yeah. Do you have any screws on me? Okay, yes, I see. What happened? Like, that's very funny. Very funny. You see the screws are like clinging to the magnet, so you have to be really careful. That's why the tri-wing screws are really not good, because you cannot like easily put them back because they don't hold well to the screwdriver. This is the longer one. It's not much longer, but it's a little bit longer. Okay. Okay, so this one is finished. Now we have the bigger one. And this one is with the long screw. So this goes here. We'll start with the long screw. I would say a really evil person designed this driving screw. Okay, that's that. Or maybe they designed them that people don't screw too hard on them, because they don't allow you to just like go hard. So for sure there is an explanation why they wanted to use that. Okay, one more time we'll test the device if it's working. It's really good to test before you close it, because then maybe something moved and it's not working correctly or something. I don't think so, but it's a good idea to check it. Okay, touch is working, screen is working, taptic is working. You can turn off. And now we can put it back together. So now we have to, first we have to go in the tabs. Here we have to slide in the tabs. Yeah, we are in, and gradually we close the phone. Now we have to check around the corner if everything is closed, and we can see that in here everything is closed. That's nice. Everything is really good. I will try to turn it on again. It's turning on. And now I will try to charge it. I'll connect some charging cable. And the phone. Wait a second, why it's not? I will use a test charger to charge that. Test the how much is charging. Next time I will try to put it on desk so I can show it. Okay, it's charging 1.64 amp, 5.1 volt. Okay, so the phone is charging 1.5 amp and 5.1 volt, so it's normal. Now I will just charge it to maximum and finished. 1 hour 11 minutes minus 10 minutes for first preparing stuff, so 1 hour. Well, let's say you can do it at 40 minutes, like easy. If you're really good, you can get better. You can get like to maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Battery changed. Thank you for watching in the future. And I have like some spam in the chat. It's removed. Thank you. And have a nice day. No, stop.